I'm pleased to welcome Nami Haghighi from Malaga Business Minds. It's a business networking group which supports local businesses by providing them with seminars and networking opportunities. And with him is Michelle Kempton, and she's a certified professional coach. She's also a US citizen living in Spain, working in Spain as well, and a fully bilingual translator and interpreter, amongst other things that we're going to find out about this afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you both. Yes, you're a very busy lady. We're going to chat with Michelle first, Nami, and then we'll catch up with you in a minute. Yes, certified professional coach, and this is by the Coaches Training Institute. Now, if you'd like to sort of give us an idea really about how you got into it.
It's about 9 years ago, and I'm originally from California, from the San Francisco area, and the Coaches Training Institute has its base in San Rafael. And really I discovered it through a friend of my sister's who was coaching at the time, and I learned a little bit about what she was doing, and I found it fascinating. So I started reading more about it, and yeah, I signed up.
What fascinated you? What aspects?
That there was a profession that allowed you to just help people make more of their lives and be happier, reach more fulfillment. It seemed like, you know, in college there was psychology, but there was nothing about motivating people and getting them on track with what they really want to do. So I thought, wow, what a great profession. And back then it was fairly new.
Okay. So you went into sort of like an area that not a lot of people knew about, knew enough about.
Yeah, it was fairly new back then, very new in Spain, relatively new in the States.
Okay. Now, you're a leadership trainer for the International Leadership Program. What does that entail? It sounds like it's got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We take executives, managers, and we help them. You know, there's one-day programs, there's 9-day programs, but basically the essence of what we do is we help people become much more effective in their communication, more authentic, more bold in leading their teams. We give them tools to be more socially and emotionally intelligent leaders, basically.
Okay. Yeah. And what type of tools? Just give us a couple of examples.
How to be better at creating rapport, be more present, really, when you're speaking and when you're interacting with people. Better listeners, knowing what to listen for, how to ask the right questions, how to give feedback in an honest way to create more effective and transformational conversations, really, you know, learning how to put everything on the table. So they're tools that really transform the way they're working with people.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. It really does. And you work as a supervisor and examiner for the Coaches Training Institute program as well. You're an associate trainer and designer for INCOADE, and this is the Spanish Sports Coaching Institute, and it works with the Spanish Olympic Committee and Spanish Football Federation.
Yes.
Now that sounds really interesting.
It is interesting, very exciting. And it's similar stuff but applied in the world of sports, because in the end this is about people. So it's helping people in the world of sports, trainers, people who are leading, you know, even the Olympic teams. Like I had an opportunity to work with the Spanish synchronized swim team. And it's just taking these tools and helping them become better performers in the world of sports by working on their social and emotional intelligence, by having them learn about more of their internal resources that they can bring out to get the best out of themselves, and to help trainers get the best out of their athletes.
Of their team, yes, yeah. So working on all sides, really.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out more about that perhaps when you come in again. And you work here as a bilingual translator and interpreter, and you're going to be doing a talk early in January, I think, for Malaga Business Minds. Do you know yet what form that'll take?
Well, I don't know if Nami wants to say more about this. It's exciting because for the first time for Malaga Business Minds, we're going to offer both Spanish and English. So it'll be a presentation talking about the essence of what we do, but we'll be able to offer it in both languages because I can do that.
You can do both, can't you? Yeah. Bilingual, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very nice to get to know you. And we look forward to finding out more about what you're going to be doing next year with Malaga Business Minds. Nami, you're concentrating on specialised workshops, I believe.
We are. In the new year, we're going to be introducing them with the help of Michelle, and we have other people as well. We'll be concentrating more on spending more hours doing some of the work that needs to actually get some results for people. And we continue with the free presentations that we have every month that will introduce people to the various areas which will be very useful for them in their business, day-to-day business. And hoping to take that next step forward and offer one day and weekend. And some of them would even be taking them out in the country and just really putting them to the test there and do some experiential workshops.
What would that involve?
It will involve actually surprising people with some of the things they want. Michelle can say a little bit more about the workshops they do. I've actually, with one of our other guests that we've had in the past, Elliot Kay, he does experiential trainings as well. Yeah. And it literally is doing things rather than sitting there listening to somebody or talking to somebody. It literally is putting you through paces. Go and do that experience that you probably would have never imagined yourself going there. So, I mean, Michelle could give us an example.
Yeah, research shows it is the best way to learn. And from my own experience, it's just when people go and have an experience, and especially when there's some element of surprise, it's very often something shifts inside. They remember it, as opposed to seeing a PowerPoint. You know, they actually have an experience where they discover something on their own, and it stays with them much longer. It's much more effective for learning.
Yes, because they've actually done it themselves.
Yeah. And they come up with their own discoveries. Yeah, and they discover something, and you're not telling them. They're actually finding out on their own.
Okay. Thank you very much. Unless you want to say something else, Nami.
No, basically we did one on networking with Elliot a couple of months ago, October, and that went down really well. And that was literally people didn't know what to expect, what they needed to do, but they had an objective of achieving something within the period of time. And everybody took that differently, but every single person got something out of it that will keep for life pretty much, because they actually went through that process and had to achieve what was said. But
I think one of the
sounds
things
really interesting
that also helps it helps it be so successful is that people enjoy themselves while they're learning. And if you're enjoying yourself, you're more open to absorb new information. And so it's great because they're enjoying themselves, and at the same time they're taking away something that's really useful for them.
Yeah, very true. Well, thank you very much, both of you. Thank you.
Pleasure, thank you.
And they're going to be having monthly meetings for local businesses, and I believe, Nami, that they can contact you through the website, can't they?
Absolutely, yes. We have a Facebook page and also my own website and email. They can contact us. The Facebook page is probably the best place to connect to everybody, and that's Malaga Business Minds business group on Facebook.
And of course there's your email as well, which is the Business Buddy.
That's right. Nami at yourbusinessbuddy.biz. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.